Okay, so first of all, for any of you wondering how I make these videos, I try to make videos usually around like an average of twice a day, but I batch make them because some days I'm just more energetic and I can just I have a lot to say. So I'll make a few different videos, even like a few different 60-minute length videos because I just have a lot of ideas formulated. Then other days less so, and I mean, if I need to make one for something to come out, I do that, but those tend to be slightly lower quality in my opinion, though some of them, I mean, people watch them anyway. I don't really know. I mean, that's the thing about YouTube is like quality is what people watch, and people will watch a lot of different things because everything gets something different out of a video. So if you want to make videos, welcome new people who are newly watching this video as well. But if you want to make videos, then you should make videos that are easy for you to make. Like make types of videos. For me, just talking into a camera is relatively easy. I've got my phone hooked up to a tripod right now. I was walking with it, modeling this brand new model stick, brand new model walking stick. Highly recommend this. I may put these up on my website for sale at some point, but right now they're all still just mine for fun. I think I'll put them up on the website for sale soon. That would be, people can buy them if you want. If you want to buy yourself your very own hiking stick made by me, they'll be available. I put a lot of effort into these though, so they ain't going to be cheap. But I mean, like I think I could get a lot for them, honestly. I may start, I mean, let me think about it. I'll have to like charge based on time, effort, energy. I think $297, like $297 for one. Maybe $497 with a warranty. Comes with a, like they all come with a warranty. It's $500, but it comes with a warranty. Maybe some other goodies. I don't really know. I guess this video is becoming an update video as I walk to the spot where I'm going to film my walking video, run training video at sunset. So I guess this will be its own update video. So hello to old viewers, new viewers. This is general video now on what's going on. So I've been going live in the Facebook group every day. I'm going to keep going live in the Facebook group every day because Facebook groups are inherently better for helping people establish habits, but a YouTube channel is much better for conveying ideas in the long term and long form ideas. I remember my Facebook group died last time due to inability to understand hip dominance versus knee dominance. I was explaining this to people about how the kettlebell is designed to make our bodies hip dominant for maximum athletic realized potential, and that people go wrong in their training when they make themselves knee dominant. And I was illustrating all this and trying to convey more sophisticated advice, and it kind of fell short. But I did have people eating raw liver, I had people drinking raw egg yolks, doing 100 swings a day. So, and then the people kept on asking me, they'd be like, how do I learn the swings? Then I think those would be better suited to YouTube videos, and then people in the group can self-coach, and then I could direct people to the YouTube videos as more of instructionals, because YouTube is much better for like long-term instructionals, and I could make a Week to Warrior course that'll go with the book I'm writing, basically just on what I've done so far in my life and kind of like what I've learned, what works, what doesn't work. Great stuff though. I mean, this is like information that helped me at like 180 pounds deadlift 550 pounds by not deadlifting and only swinging a 53-pound kettlebell. I've done weighted dips on gymnastics rings, the 160 pounds hanging off myself. I've benched 335 for 3 reps at a body weight of 170 in high school. I've one arm overhead pressed 135 pounds. I have snatched a 106-pound kettlebell with each arm. I've won jiu-jitsu tournaments. I've won wrestling tournaments. I've lost jiu-jitsu tournaments. I've lost wrestling tournaments. I've learned a lot. I've been injured. I've healed myself. I've been injured again. I've healed myself again. I've always come back stronger, and I've learned a lot from many people, and I want to pass that information on. And that information, like, you need to have base habits in order to benefit from fitness. So, like, walking every day is an amazing base habit. Like, drinking a lot of water every day, eating good food, doing basic mobility stuff, like even like 1 to 2 reps a day if you can't do more. Like, I don't know like what you guys think of my fitness, but like I'm an incredibly fit person, but me as an incredibly fit person is doing like 4 reps a day, 5 reps a day of like an isometric body weight squat that I'll show you. I'm gonna set this up and then we'll just see where the video takes me. I might turn this into just a super long video that includes a whole bunch of information for people. If you're a new viewer, I've had a lot of insomnia. I don't know, just watch my main video on my channel. I don't want to talk about it right now. It's kind of upsetting. I'd rather just work out. But basically, I'll set this up at my level so you can see the body weight squat that I'm doing. Like, this is what I do. I do this like twice a day. I get like 2 reps in. And I'm just doing this to build my knee strength, my hamstring strength. I do it at this pace. It's exhausting. It's a pain in the butt. I keep going down. Then boop, I do that. And believe it or not, I do 100 kettlebell swings a day with a 70-pound kettlebell, like really good RKC swings. And that's 4 of those is more exhausting. And then why though? How does that make any sense? Well, it's just my knees, like my tibialis muscles need to be strengthened, my hamstrings need to be strengthened in certain ways. I need this specific mobility. I mean, I could bang out normal squats like nobody's business, but a normal squat does not have that same degree of control and isometric tension that is going to pull my body into the structurally strongest position possible to make me the most athletic person. And it's like, but you only did like 1 rep. It's like, yeah, and I did 3 other reps or maybe 5 other reps earlier today. And like, that's it for the day. It's like, why is that it? That's it for the day because that is all that's needed. Tomorrow I'm going to do a few more. And the next day I do a few more. I just keep doing that. And over 6 to 8 months, I'll build the ability. I say it like that because it's like people get frustrated with these time frames. I'm like, do you want to be superhuman or not? Like, do you want to just get injured and do steroids and destroy your body? Or do you want to be literally superhuman and build an enduring body that doesn't get injured and like feels awesome? Like, feeling good. I like to feel good in my body. I don't want knee pain, hip pain, back pain, all these things. Like, back pain goes away when I do push-ups, because it strengthens my abs and everything, which keeps my back strong, pulls my lats in, pull-ups help, like all these body weight exercises, pulling my body into these structurally sound positions over months and years is what has given me the ability to perform at the level I perform at, and what's going to give me the ability to perform at the next level. But these things take ages. Like, it has taken me, oh my God, like, when did I start doing the kettlebell swings again? I think I was like in Providence. Oh my God, I was like in Providence. Like, it was like 2.5 years ago. Like, after taking like a few years off, I started 2.5 years ago training at kettlebell swings again. And now, finally now, I'm at the point where I can actually do 100 swings a day with the 70 every single day. It's like 2 years. I mean, I've had health problems along the way, but like 2 years, over 2 years. But like, now I can swing a 70-pound kettlebell 100 times a day, every day, without getting tired. My metabolism is much higher. My rate of healing is much higher. My body strength is much higher. My abs are like popping out. I mean, like, I just ate a bunch, but like, got freaking abs. And it's like my abs are popping out, muscles are popping. And it's from this, and then I can add on to it these mobility exercises. My body recovers faster because of my higher metabolism because of doing the 100 swings a day. My posture's improving, my progression through these exercises is improving. And it's like, it will take me probably 10 years to reach my goal athletically. Maybe a little longer. I'm giving myself, I think I probably have till like 40, 45. I mean, I don't know. I think like winning ADCC could be done at 45, but that'd be really challenging. Like, ideally like 35, but like I'm not going to start seriously trying till at least 33 because I won't have had enough time to build up my athletic potential yet. Like, I'm trying to build my athletic potential and knowledge base while still competing, while still doing this stuff. But I'm building my athletic potential first before going after something like that. That's why these people are relying on tons of steroids and they're getting injured all the time because they're not taking the time to strengthen their tendons and ligaments to be able to resist injury and to strengthen their muscles so they don't need to use tons of steroids, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, it's kind of the same with YouTube. And like uploading videos every day helps with building awareness for things rather than simply spending a ton of money on marketing. I mean, I could do that later, but I mean, look at that sunset. That's really nice. But what's the point of doing that if I don't have a basis of skill of just communicating to a camera? I mean, that's the real power of the internet. The real power of my body is the ability to train my body to become stronger and more mobile. Why would I choose to fight someone from a position of lesser athleticism when they could be on steroids? They're trying to rip my body apart, and my ability to defend myself depends on my ability to like quickly remove my limbs from situations. All this stuff. I mean, I get like people like the essence of jiu-jitsu does not require focus on athleticism, but kicking butt in competition does. I mean, this is a sport. Like, I have to train my neck thick, train my traps and everything. Like, I want a robust, strong, muscular body going into this thing. So people are pulling on your limbs. You could get injured. I don't want to injure other people, so I generally focus on chokes and stuff, but I'm focusing a lot more on leg locks now. I'm going to keep focusing on leg locks because I think the best defense to getting your leg broken at a leg lock is being better at leg locks than the other guy so that it doesn't go for them. And then you can get a nice choke and just put people to sleep. That's ultimately the goal of jiu-jitsu. But it takes time. It takes time. These things take time. And you have to be patient with that so that you can actually reap the rewards. I think I'll just make this one long video and include all the running stuff in here because it all goes together. And I really want to make these videos for the people with the attention spans. I really support the attention spans. That's, I think, where I shine, is I can just talk for a long, long period of time. So instead of making this multiple videos, I'll just make this one video, and then I'll probably have another idea for a video in like an hour or two that I'll film inside, and maybe another one, who knows, but I'll have videos uploaded for tomorrow so I can keep that consistency, because I like that consistency. I like doing that for me. I like practicing that for myself. So basically, grab my stick and keep walking around because it's a little chilly. I can kind of keep warm, but basically walking. So let's get down to the meat and sauce of this. How anyone can become good at running at any age. I think that if you're dedicated enough, you can. I mean, I have a really not the greatest body type for running. I'm very short, stocky, short limbs, a lot of muscle, like big legs, not really like the long runner type, but I've learned to run very successfully. And the way I've learned to do this is just first principles. Like, let's say, like, what is running? Well, running's like walking. So first, let's strengthen our muscles for walking. If we can't walk, let's say barefoot, then we shouldn't really try running. So I didn't try running until I could walk 5 miles a day barefoot without being ridiculously sore the next day. I could do that every day for a week. And that took me like 2 years to work up to, because I didn't start walking barefoot till like last summer. And then because I stopped doing it, my feet got weak and it hurt. And I was like, oh my God, I was wearing socks in the house because my feet were just like really weak. I couldn't really balance as well. I just didn't have that like amazing balance from the foot strength. And it was really challenging to get back into walking barefoot, but I just do it a little bit every day and it would hurt and I'd be like, and then like like getting back in shape is such a pain in the butt, because I didn't know what was making me in shape. I started doing weighted carries, started doing like endurance type stuff. I kind of thought endurance was the way. I didn't really. And then I just was working my butt off, because I thought that like I was like I need to work my butt off, and then like food was making me nauseous, and this is whatever though. I don't know. I don't want to get into that. Watch my other videos if you want to see my health problems. This is how to run, how anyone can run easily, mindset and everything. So basically, start walking barefoot. Just start walking barefoot, and as you build foot strength, it'll take a while. I mean, you can like go alternate between barefoot and shoes to just keep building the muscles, but the goal is just barefoot. You might have to wait till summer, get barefoot shoes. I used to walk like in like sock shoes at the mall, walk in just socks at the mall. I literally just walk in like ankle socks at the mall, and then I just take the socks off, switch them out after. But I just walk in socks at the mall, because I was like, I need to practice strengthening my feet, because I'm getting hip pain, getting all this stuff. And then for a few years, like 2 years, I started getting back into fitness and walking barefoot. I now have been, I mean, I've been running before the hand, but like it wasn't really as productive. And I also like doing the kettlebell swings has helped my body. So today I went for a run. I went for a run for like first time in like ages, like at least a year, I think. And it was great. I just started slow, focused on relaxing. I was wearing my sock shoes. I just kind of started getting relaxed, but then my form was off because I was wearing the sock shoes, so I didn't really have the super sensitive feedback through my feet. So I took my sock shoes off and I was holding them, and then I just started running, and I was kind of really focusing on avoiding impact, like the feeling of impact through my legs, because that feeling of impact absorbing into your legs is what causes knee problems, is what causes hip pains, what causes all this stuff. So you want to use timing and structure and posture and musculature and tendons to compensate for joints. Like you don't want force, or like really musculature and fascia, so you're not having the force absorbed directly into your joints. And I'm going to set my camera up and kind of illustrate this for you guys, because this is a really useful concept. But basically, I then did that for like 10, 15 minutes. I think I ran for like 15 minutes. And then I think I probably ran like 3 miles. I ran for like 15 minutes, walked a bit, took my shoes off, and then I ran for like another like 15 minutes, and then just like walked without my shoes on back to my house, and then just went inside, took a shower and everything, and then maybe in like a few days I'll go on another run and just build on that skill. We're working on the skill and the musculature, like activating the musculature associated with proper running form. Wow, it's really windy. Look at those clouds. It's very pretty, but kind of like purplish. It's very majestic. But work on the musculature associated with the proper running form. So, because without the musculature associated with the proper running form, you don't really have anything. Like, so you can see, so I'm going to run past, like it's just very light. Like what I'm really doing is I'm trying to fire my glutes and my hamstrings and my lats that I work doing kettlebells to create many rapid foot strikes on the ground while conserving energy by preventing breakdown of my posture. Because preventing breakdown of posture, like you really suffer running when your posture breaks down. When your posture breaks down, that's when you have to, like you start slogging. So really when you're running, the whole goal to run efficiently, if you're not naturally gifted at running, is to, it's the same as walking. I mean, it's ultimately the same thing. It's like walk barefoot. Why? Because then you'll learn how to move your body so that you're not slamming your feet into the ground in a way that hurts. Like that's what shoes are bad for. Shoes, I keep looking at the ground because I'm barefoot, but shoes make it so you can't feel the energy transferring into your feet from the ground. Like you're slamming your foot into the ground, and there's energy that's moving up your leg into your knee joint, but you don't feel it in your feet because your foot is blunted, cushioned by the shoe. It's the same thing for running. You want to move efficiently over the ground, just walking, running, hiking. You want to move efficiently over the ground as a bipedal creature, and you don't want to slam. If you're slamming your leg into the ground, not only are you slowing yourself down, which is wasting energy, if your posture is hunched over, you have to constantly pull yourself up and you're kind of slogging back and forth, wasting energy. You want to just have upright posture, perfectly balanced, so that your alignment is holding yourself up, not your... I'm just walking back because I'm freezing. I'll make companions to this video. No. This is the video. This is the video on how anyone can run. This is going to be the video. Maybe I'll make it instructional. Maybe I'll make this part of another thing. But for now, no. If you want to learn how to run, how anyone can run barefoot or with shoes on, if you're a bad runner, run up trails, run for long distances, sprint. If you're a bad runner and you want to learn how to do that, this is your video. So, got to pay attention. So, basically, the shoe makes it so you can't tell that you're slamming your feet into the ground, which is costing you momentum. Because all the force, it's like, why do people heel strike the ground? Heel striking the ground is how you slow yourself down. You want to walk on the ball of your feet and kind of have like the ball hit first and then the heel and then the ball push off. And it's this very intricate, balanced movement at the level of the feet. Because I'm trying to think if I can show. No, I can't really show it right now. But could I? I guess I can show it. I want to make this a really definitive video on how anyone can run barefoot. That is the goal of the video. And it's for people with a long attention span, so you can also learn a lot of mindset stuff and just get a cool vibe. But anyway, so if you're walking, your foot is hitting like this, and you have to wear shoes to prevent your foot from having energy absorb into the knee. I mean, literally, the shoe doesn't prevent that. It's just hit. You don't feel it in the foot, but the knee feels it and the hip feels it. Versus, it's like Buddha says, walk as though your feet are kissing the earth. And when I do that, the musculature in my legs adapts to that. The musculature in my back adapts to that. The musculature in my abs adapt to that. My whole body adapts for efficient, upright bipedal motion through walking barefoot. Specifically all the tendons and ligaments in my feet. Because if your feet are weak and you can't walk barefoot and you try to run with shoes on to blunt the pain that running barefoot causes you, or that running causes you because your feet are weak, then all of the energy that should have been conducted by your foot into your forward momentum, making you more efficient, faster, causing you to run more enjoyably, becomes energy that is conducted through your foot, up your knee and into your hip, causing you hip pain, causing you ankle pain, everything, the whole 9 yards. So, the whole point isn't to rush. You can't rush into... you cannot rush into athleticism. You have to take your time. I could not just rush my body into doing 100 kettlebell swings every single day of the week. I would have injured myself. I would have caused myself problems. But instead, I was very patient. I did the progression properly. I started with like 2 sets of 3 twice a week, and some push-ups and walking and stuff. And then I did that for months. And then I worked up to higher reps with the 50. And I did that for a few months. Then I did lower reps more frequently with the 70. Did that for a few months. And now for the last few months, just burping from some supplements I took earlier. For the last few months, I have been working with high repetition, relaxed 70-pound kettlebell swings, and that's really benefited me. And that also benefits my running as well. That's also how you learn how to run, because you need to put the energy into your glutes, hamstrings, abs, lats, your most enduring muscles, rather than trying to use your quads and use your legs to like pull yourself forward on the road. What you're doing is you're using your glutes, your hamstrings, all of this stuff to, using your glutes, your hamstrings, your lats to propel yourself forward. You're ultimately moving forward, and you're using those muscles to move forward versus trying to, like, I'm not going to demonstrate, I guess on the grass, I could demonstrate like terrible running versus good running. But basically, terrible running, you're heel striking, and then you're using your whole leg to pull your body forward. Whereas good running, I'm just moving forward because of inertia, and I'm just moving my hips at a rapid rate to keep my feet striking the ground in an efficient way, in a relaxed way, to conduct my my inertia forward. I'm just falling forward in a very efficient way, and it actually makes my body feel good versus like destroying my knees, because the energy is moving me forward versus into the ground. And this is like the whole, I almost tripped over my stick, but like this. So I'm going to demonstrate inefficient running and then efficient running. So that is inefficient running, because I'm striking. It's like every strike sets me backward, and then I have to pull myself forward. They'll show you efficient running. Now that may not look very interesting. It's like, wow, he's just kind of shuffling over there. It's like, yes, but I can do that at a variety of speeds. I can sprint with that same motion. I just do it faster and more relaxed, and I just kind of like let the momentum carry me more. But I can do that for 20 miles barefoot. I mean, not right now. I can do that 20 miles right now with sock shoes on. I'd be really sore the next day though. I could do that for like 20 miles right now. I could literally go do that, because the kettlebell swings have built up my muscles to the point where propelling myself forward with the muscles I use to do kettlebell swings is not difficult. So the steps at this point to, I'm going to walk around this area. I don't want to get in the house yet because I enjoy the last bits of sunlight. The steps to becoming an effective runner at this point are: walk barefoot until you can walk 5 miles a day barefoot without being substantially sore the next day. I'd set it for like 3 miles too, but you should be able to walk at least 3 to 5 miles every single day of the week barefoot without feeling like ridiculously sore. Once you can do that, and you can do like, I don't know, like 3 sets of 10 push-ups a day for a week, and you can bang out some really good bodyweight squats, some ass to grass bodyweight squats. Once you can do that, you're ready to start experimenting with, actually no, then I would say work up to at least being able to do really solid like 50 to 100 really solid kettlebell swings, at least a 53-pound kettlebell every single day. If you can't do that, then you don't really have the strength. I mean, like, depending on your size, 180 pounds, I feel like the 70 is good for me. I feel like the 53 I could get away with, but 53 or 70-pound kettlebell, like 50 to 100 swings every day for a week without being completely toasted, and preferably week after week with really good form. If you can do that, then you have the strength to start running. If you can't do that, you do not have the strength to start running. yeah, if you can't do that, you do not have the requisite strength to begin running, because running is high impact. I mean, running is a lot of impact on your body, and you need to be able to, you need to have the musculature from walking barefoot, doing some body weight exercises, like push-ups will work your abs and back, kettlebell swings will work your back and legs, squats will help work your legs so that you actually have like proper structure in your legs, so that you have mobility. It's like your legs aren't like in an improper posture all the time. You have to have proper posture in your legs. You have to train that by doing ass to grass bodyweight squats. And once you can do that, and you can do proper kettlebell swings that I'll probably demonstrate inside in a second, once you can do that, then you can start experimenting with running. And I'd recommend starting running barefoot, like 1 mile to start with, and then keep walking barefoot, and then do another mile, and then do like a mile 3 times a week, and then work up slowly to the point where you can just run barefoot miles at a time without issue, because you've built the musculature that supports the technique that allows for the efficient bipedal horizontal locomotion. That is the goal. The goal is to have our energy not transfer into our joints, causing us bodily harm, but to have the energy transfer us forward so that we move forward quickly and efficiently without harming ourselves. Like, I'd love to get a drone that follows me when I run. That would actually be so cool. I'll get a GoPro on a stick so I could like show my running form with the fisheye lens. But basically, I just have my brother film me while we're running. But basically, because I'm going to teach you guys how to run on this channel. This is a great introduction video. And I'm going to make more detailed videos in the future, but this is a fun video for now on introductory concept. I don't like, sometimes I'm like, should I say that? Because like I want to put my all into all these videos, but also like my all is like, what do you mean by my all? I'm putting my heart and soul into the video by being unfiltered and authentic and sharing my thoughts, so you can see how I build my thoughts and my training programs and stuff. And that's a deeper education than me just telling you what to think. So, but again, the purpose of this video is to teach you how to run, even if you're bad at running. So the way to think about being bad at running is this, ultimately. At least this is what I've noticed. You either have amazing natural athleticism and you just learned all the stuff and you can run because you're gifted or whatever. You have a body type that supports it, because the longer your limbs are and the shorter your torso, the easier it is for you to vary where your feet are striking. So it's basically like this, the inefficient stride is covered for more so by longer limbs, because like if you think about it, the moment arm of the lever of your leg is longer, so it's easier to have good running form if you have longer legs. Whereas the moment arm of shorter legs is shorter, so you have to have more precise striking and better conductance of energy, because you don't have the long leg and you have the torso, so your torso can fall, like your posture. It's easier to fall into poor posture with a longer torso and shorter limbs. So, and this plagued me for a long time. If people would say like I ran like a duck, maybe I still run like a duck, who cares? But now I can run well. And I would just have like shin splints when I ran. I didn't know how to train running either, because I just start running. And my feet were relatively strong, but until I really started investing in walking barefoot everywhere, because I read Born to Run, and I realized that human beings are in fact born to run, then I started to actually walk barefoot, and I started like learning to run barefoot. And that was when I started to realize I could run 10 miles. I was like, wow, I can actually run further barefoot. Why is that? And I'm like, oh, it's because I have to like soften the strike of my foot. And I have to vary my whole posture to soften the strike of my foot so it doesn't hurt. Because if I'm just banging my foot into concrete or asphalt, that really hurts. So I have to vary my posture and I have to vary my technique to soften the strike of my foot. And then my feet are also stronger because I'm walking barefoot. So my feet are transferring the energy more effectively. And then and it was really just the technique. Like the technique was better. So I could run barefoot more easily than not. And I think that that's probably true regardless of kettlebells, though I think that kettlebells help recreate a lot of natural childlike athleticism because as children, we just move explosively naturally. And as adults, it's harder for us to get back into that natural mode of motion unless we have something that really stimulates our posterior chain in that way. So kettlebells are just amazing for that. But basically, I mean, I still couldn't run as well then as I can now with less running because kettlebells just strengthen my body for running. So again, I just see running as an extension of like a strength exercise, but also like skipping, just anything I can do to strengthen the elastic fascia of energy transfer through my feet. I want to do that because I want to be able to move my body. So I do all my training barefoot. I really focus on my feet when I'm training. I focus on like gripping the ground. And since I do that, since I strengthen all the associated musculature with running, even without running, like again, I was able to run easily today. And I'll just be able to start running now easily and just be very good at running. It's like, how am I good at running now? I haven't been running for so long. And I'm just now just good at running without running. It's like, well, I have strong muscles associated with running and I have a way of hacking my body into perfect running form by removing my shoes and walking and going barefoot. It's like my feet are strong enough to do that. And now since my feet are strong enough, I have these like really powerful sensors in my feet that are telling me anytime I'm transferring too much energy into the ground and not enough horizontally. So now that allows me to use technique to modulate my pace. So people are like, oh, I have bad cardio. It's like, it's not even bad cardio because if you have cardio enough to walk, you have cardio enough to run, but you don't have cardio enough to run inefficiently. So what you really want is to build all that musculature. So then when you start running, you can like right now, like I'm going to start running. So like I'm running right now, but I'm running really slowly and I'm going to like quicken my pace up. Because I quicken my pace, doubling the number of footfalls decreases by half the amount of energy that's lost into the ground. And then I just relax more, and relaxing allows my pace to open up. And so my pace is opening up, I'm moving forward more, and then I keep relaxing. And I just keep relaxing. And I keep my posture upright. And I'm relaxing. And I'm keeping my footfalls good, and I'm focusing on using my hamstrings and glutes and lats to propel myself forward because those are my most enduring muscles. And I'm breathing deeply. And you see, I'm just running. I probably ran like an eighth of a mile right there, and I'm not even out of breath because ultimately I'm simply using technique to modulate effort, but I need a supporting. I'm warming up a little bit now, and the supplements I took earlier have dissolved in my stomach well without additional water, so I don't really need to go in the house yet. But basically, what I'm doing there is I'm using technique to modulate the amount of effort that I need to exhibit at a given moment so that I can keep within the range of my cardio. Like my cardio is a range. Like right now my cardio supports 100 kettlebell swings a day. Try burping. Body weight exercises. And about like 3 to 5 miles of barefoot walking every day. That's what my cardio supports. And then like jiu-jitsu, once, twice a week. That's the most I've been able to do, and I've barely been doing that. So that's basically what my body can support right now. But that's enough, and then my musculature can support 3 to 5 miles of barefoot walking a day, 100 kettlebell swings a day, push-ups, body weight exercises every day with 1 week off every 4 weeks. So 3 weeks on, 1 week off, 2 months off a year. So let my body relax and let the muscles loosen up a bit so I don't just get super tense. But so that's what my musculature can support as well. And my posture is upright. I have good posture. I have good breathing, good deep breathing. So I can just relax into a technical rhythm that is supported by my support systems. And then it's not difficult for me. Now I can just run faster. And that kind of like stimulates my body. My body's like I did that for like a few miles today. And my body's like, oh, well, okay, like this is new. I mean, it feels good, but I didn't keep going till it felt bad. I stopped when it felt good, and then I can do it later this week because I made that mistake before where I'm like, woo, I can run. And then I just keep running, and then I just keep running until I can't run anymore. And then I just like run back or walk back, and then I'm just super toasted for like 7 days. And I'm just like, why did I do that? Like, why did I have to go 10 miles on my first run in a year? Like, why did I have to, like, I didn't have to do that. And I don't even think it was that productive. And then like, so I just ran till I got the form down. Then once I got the form down, I was like, okay, got the form down, without the shoes, because I was trying to do it with the barefoot socks. And I was like, actually, no, the form is more important. I can't even really get it with the barefoot, with the sock shoes. So I took the sock shoes off and I just did it barefoot. Made you think of that Fear Factor episode with the dude with the like toe socks, one versus the guy with the sneakers. They had to balance on a beam, and I was like, figures, because he has greater barefoot strength. But basically, I just ran till I got the technique down, and I realized I'm like, okay, I have to relax, keep upright. I have to I just was forgetting to fire my glutes and everything. I was like, okay, I have to like remember to fire those. Just literally just firing my glutes and my lats and just kind of like moving my shoulders, like kind of like rotating my shoulders like a choo-choo train so my hips rotate the same way. So it's kind of just this like repetitive hip wiggle that's leading to repeated fast-paced footfalls. And with the forward momentum and the orientation of my foot, and the strength of my fascia and the elasticity of my muscle is just propelling me forward. And then I can modulate my technique to keep within a pace that my cardio and everything can support. And then I can stop doing that once I've kind of stimulated my musculature enough for that period of time. And then maybe I make a video on it later that day. I do the same thing again to demonstrate that, refine the technique a bit more. Maybe I do it a little bit tomorrow. Maybe I like take a day off. Maybe I just like do it later this week. But now I start incorporating more technical work of my running gait and working on the same things I work on with my body weight exercises. I work on control. Body weight's more isometric. I guess kettlebell swings, I work on like crispness, and I work on like relaxation. I work on like, how do I relax into these movements so that I'm not really tense? Because the greatest power generation comes from relaxation. Because if you're super tense, you can't generate a lot of power. So I try to relax into the flow of it. I try to relax in my run. I try to like relax more as I breathe deeper. So the deeper breathing gives me more oxygen to my muscles as I'm running. And then like that keeps my muscles from building up too much lactic acid, which allows me to keep going at a nice pace. And then I keep refining my technique and refining my footfalls and finding ways to place my feet and to use the elasticity to gain greater forward momentum for even less energy. How do you do that? By relaxing. By removing wasted energy through awareness of musculature. And how do you build that awareness? You have awareness of walking barefoot. You build awareness of your musculature walking barefoot. And then you slowly transfer that awareness into your run. Like my run right now is like, it's decent. Like it's good. It's good. but it's not as good as it's going to be. It's good because I've done this before. I've worked up to this level of athleticism twice before, in high school and another time in college. And I never really like lost my athleticism, but I've gotten like out of shape. Like I've gotten like washed up athlete, puking on the side of the jiu-jitsu mat. I've been there. So it is what it is. But basically that technique though, this is the technique. Like I'm sharing with you the technique. Like this is how you do it. You have to use the muscles you use to do kettlebell swings, because those muscles are more enduring than every other muscle. So you use those muscles and then you won't get tired, and they'll keep your posture upright, and they also absorb the force and conduct it forward. So you're really just experiencing elasticity with those muscle groups. You're kind of using the natural elasticity. It's like my muscle groups are used to swinging a 70-pound kettlebell. Now all they have to do is just bounce my body weight. Feels like a lot less. It's like a less of a range of motion. My body is more upright. My posture isn't varying. There's no load swinging off me. I'm completely centered. So it's just like, I always try to think the mentality. I try to think like I'm running to war with my ancestors behind me. Like I'm just like, okay, like how would I run if I was running to war? It's like, you know, you have to run like 20 miles to war. It's like kind of just like relax, just like at peace with yourself, and then just paying attention to my feet and making sure my feet don't hurt, and relaxing. And then once I have a good pace, if it's taking too much energy, I relax, and then I actually like narrow my pace, increase my number of footsteps, relax a bit more, and my body falls into this natural rhythm. And if it doesn't hurt your feet, like you feel it, like you can just kind of go, and it's like, it's stop and go. Like I'm not going to keep going right now because my feet are kind of sore. Like I did this earlier today, went on a long walk yesterday, have a history of doing this. So I'm not going to do it again, do it more, because I just need to like let my body rest right now. But stimulate, don't annihilate. So that's also the trick with running. Like people try to throw themselves into it, and that's not the way. Like running is really not about running. Running is about teaching you. I'm just unlocking the door with the key that's tied to my, I tie the key to the drawstring of my sweatpants so it doesn't fall. So basically, so I'll now show you the kettlebell swing. So basically though, we're transferring energy through our feet. Well, the sun's still kind of up, and it's like way after the sun was supposed to have set. We're transferring energy through the hip motion. So it's like, it's just building up. It's building up the motion. Like even the kettlebell swing, I'm training my musculature to support a movement that my body can use to elastically conduct mass with force effectively. Because that transfer through my hips, because that transfers into a lot of different things. So it's like I'm doing my kettlebell swing, like this, it's the same as running. Like I center myself, just kind of like start swinging it, relaxing, tighten my abs and back, relax, grip the ground with my feet.